Deb Evans Price of Billboard magazine writes, few artists in any genre have enjoyed a more multifaceted career than Jim Brickman. As he celebrates his 20th anniversary, the chart-topping pianist continues to juggle several different ventures, and one of those is a brand new Christmas album on a winter's night. Here's a look at Jim in action. The magical sounds of Jim Brickman. Great to see you again. Glad you're here.
Good to see you too. Thank you.
And I love that you came bringing gifts, and I call that gift this new Christmas CD on a winter's night. It really is terrific.
It is a Christmas gift, isn't it?
It certainly is, and it's that time of year. Lots to talk about. Now, wanted to talk about, in the intro we said, 20 years. Okay, so 20 years in the business. You've had the most #1s in the history of Billboard's New Age album chart, most appearances, 29 on Billboard's Adult Contemporary chart. That outranks Celine Dion, Elton John, Rod Stewart, Josh Groban, Mariah Carey. I mean, that's some heady company. But not a lot of pianists or instrumentalists truly break out of the pack. So was that a goal of yours?
You know, I always felt like there was a place for this style of music that we all in the world are so overscheduled and overworked and running around, and sometimes you just need an escape from that. And many of us use music for that, but I felt like this style was something that had a place in that way. And so it wasn't so much a goal, I just felt like there was a spot to be filled in that genre of music. So and as a songwriter, I really think of myself as a songwriter more than anything. The opportunity to have the songs brought to life by singers of all different genres of music was something I dreamt about, but I never expected it would be some of the people who have ended up singing the songs with me. It's still, many of them are pinch me moments when they're singing my songs.
I would assume like Kenny Rogers might be one of those.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So he's on the CD.
Yes.
We're going to talk about it, but first I want to show a little behind the scenes with Kenny Rogers and Jim collaborating.
You know, it's hard to find a song you really love. And Jim Brickman, my buddy, he sent me this song and asked me to be a part of this year's Christmas album with him. And I'm excited about being here. Snow came down that silent night. It was quite a sight to see. There were whispers and bells and angel wings, and you were holding me. And the snow came down that silent night, still there in my memory, with the crackle of a fire and the echoes of the choir, and you were holding me.
All right, so Kenny Rogers, classic voice, classic singer.
I hear that and I think, that's Kenny Rogers singing. Oh, it's my song. I mean, it's still very surreal.
So what made that the right collaboration?
Well, I think of Christmas time as a warm, comfortable, friendly, it's like, who would sing the song that you'd want to invite over as a friend for Christmas dinner? And I thought, wow, Kenny Rogers would be amazing. So I have that thought in my head, and I used to edit myself and say, well, that would never happen, and then not even try. And now I actually try, and then sometimes it happens like this. So.
Oh, that's terrific. And I mean, a great lineup on this CD with you as well. There are some total instrumentals with you featured, of course, and then you also have other guests like John Oates of Hall & Oates. So tell me, how did that come to be?
So, I had this idea that the song, or the poem, The Night Before Christmas, it was the night before Christmas and all through the house, and everybody knows it, but it's never been a song, it's never been set to music, which I thought was odd. I mean,
sure,
that something so known and familiar wouldn't have somebody thought, I know, this should be a song. And so I set it to music in a very lullaby type of way that I thought did it justice and wasn't like a pop song. And I thought, I want somebody, again, who sounds like your friend, your buddy, your dad, your son, you know, because I believe that music should be a very personal thing and not performed at you, but with you, so that it feels comfortable.
Sure.
And he has that kind of voice. He has that kind of, you know, friendly, I'm your buddy type of voice, and I love that. And I also think that everybody thinks, oh, Hall & Oates, Daryl Hall, and I don't. I see the equality in their talent.
Right. And I got to tell you, when I first just was looking through the titles and I was like, how do you put a fresh take on that and that sort of thing? You guys totally accomplished it on that. I mean, really great cut.
Thank you.
Also, I mean, there's so many great cuts, and I told you, this passed my bathtub test. If I can hear a Christmas CD and go, I've got to hear that again and again and again, I've already listened to it that many times, it's a great CD. It really is.
Well, you used it the right way. I recommend bathtub for my, or tree trimming, not necessarily together.
That could be interesting.
It'd be hard, too.
Yeah. So tell me, too, one of the songs that just blew me away, it's the bonus cut on here. It's Jenna Kramer's version with you of the Zach Sobiech.
Yeah.
Clouds. Tell me about this one.
So this is a young man in Minnesota, 17 years old, was diagnosed with osteosarcoma and was told that he had 8 months to live, and decided that instead of taking this 8 months feeling like, you know, kind of waiting for this to succumb to this disease, he would use that time to write music and to share that music with people. And this is a song about his journey during that period, about not knowing what was coming next, and about basically the attitude that, you know, I hope that I will see you again, and I probably will see you again, because he had the spirit of what was waiting on the other side. So yes, very poignant, but bittersweet,
right,
in many ways. And so there's never been a country version of it. There have been a ton of pop versions, and he has a definitive, but huge song on iTunes. And then I decided that I wanted to give proceeds to the Osteosarcoma Fund. So all of the proceeds from his song on the album go to that foundation.
Oh, it's terrific, and it is. It's like you said. It's bittersweet. It's poignant. It's uplifting. You know, all at the same time.
Yes,
really,
it
it's an amazing song. Now, I want to make sure that we talk about it, because you're here in Nashville too for a big concert at the Skirmerhorn. So tell me about that.
Oh, you know, such a breathtaking place to play, and
completely.
I felt so bad, you know, when it had all the damage. So
right.
The idea that I get a chance to play there again for the holidays, December 9th.
There is all the information on the screen, yes. And Cochran, Tracy Silverman going to be with you.
And you never know, because it is Nashville, and you know what that means.
That's right.
Never know who might be in the neighborhood.
Excellent.
And a beautiful show. It's been a few years. Last time it was at the Ryman, and on a winter's night. So kicking off the holiday season early this time of the night.
When you play a venue like the Skirmerhorn, what's the difference in your approach to a venue like that as opposed to just a regular concert performing area?
Well, the venue makes a big difference when you're a performer, and I take that into consideration when I see the place, and I make choices like in an intimate place, you would approach it in maybe a little more conversational. My approach is always gathering, but when you have acoustics like that and people are used to seeing the symphony there, you use the environment you're in to its best possible opportunity. So the acoustics, so the piano has a reverberation in that place that is completely unlike any other, because it was state of the art for that.
Well, it's phenomenal.
So you consider that in the performance, sure.
Absolutely. So Jim Brickman, you are going to be busy this holiday season.
Yeah.
There's the CD. Pick it up. Jim Brickman on a winter's night. It's going to become one of your favorites, a perennial classic. I promise you this is going to be. And of course, at the Skirmerhorn, Tuesday, December 9th, 7:30 p.m. Get your tickets at NashvilleSymphony.org. It's always great having you.
Thank you.
You bet. Our pleasure. That's all the time we have for this edition of Out and About today. We'll see you next time. Good night.